Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So you guys saw what happened to my truck a couple of weeks ago. I got into a very unfortunate accident. Because of that, I had to basically look for a vehicle to get around while my truck gets fixed. um, I started to look online. The used car market is super crazy right now. I couldn't find anything affordable. I kept looking and looking, and that's when I came across this beast that I'm about to show you. It's in stock right now, but I got really big plans for it. Let me show you what I got. I got a 1999 Suzuki Grand Vitara 4x4 with the 2.5 V6 engine. It's an automatic transmission. Now, as it said, it's probably not gonna cut it for me. I need something that will let me go out in the bush and be somewhat capable. Although it is 4x4, is very stuck as it is right now. Street tires and no lift kits, no nothing. So that gives me a really good opportunity to, try to build it a little bit and make something that I will be more suitable for myself. So like I said, it's pretty much stuck. As it says, it's probably not gonna cut it for me. I want something that is gonna be a little more capable off-road. I mean, this will be fine probably going on logging roads and stuff like that, but I want something that will get me a little deeper into the bush like I usually like to do. So with that being said, I didn't want to spend also a whole lot of money in lift kits and aftermarket parts. So that gave me a pretty good idea. I think I'm gonna try to do a lift kit and a few other things, but keeping the budget in mind. Like, I don't want to go super crazy spending a whole lot of money. I only paid under $2,000 for that thing, and I want to keep it low budget. So let's go take that thing into the garage, and we'll start to just swap some parts and see what kind of cool toy it turns out to be. Alright, we're now in the garage. So before we get started, I want to talk about what I'm going to do with it. So I want to put a small lift in it, somewhere in between 2 to 3 inches of lift, and that's suspension lift. And then I'll probably end up doing also a body lift. Now, I know there's a lot of debate whether you should or not do a body lift. In my opinion, I've done it to multiple vehicles already, and I think it's by far the cheapest, easiest, and probably the best way to lift your vehicle 2 inches. Your suspension dynamics stay the same. You don't affect your ride quality. Basically, all you're doing is lifting up your body, suspending it from the chassis 2 inches, which is not a lot in my opinion. So I'll probably end up doing that to this truck. Next, let's talk about the suspension lift. Suspension lift, I got mixing between extended coils and just spacers for the front. So for the rear, let's talk about the rear first. The rear, I got some extended coils. I got them right here. I got these bad boys. These are brand new. I got them at Rock Auto. These are from let me double check. I don't have the receipt here, but they are, I believe, from a 2002 Ford Focus. These will provide about 2.5 inches of lift. So we'll double check that once we got them installed. So that's for the rear, and I got some extended shocks also for the rear. Again, all this is a very inexpensive shopping cart. The coils are $100 for the 2 pieces. These shocks are, I think, like $30 or something like that for both, or $40, something like that. These are from a 2005 Toyota Tacoma. They are about 3 inches longer, I believe, than stock shocks. So there you go. These are from the rear of a 2005 Toyota Tacoma. Now for the front, I got some struts Now these are the struts that I'm gonna be mounting on the front. This are from a, again, I gotta double check the years. I don't remember off the top of my head right now. I'll put them in the video description if you want to check them out. These are from 2002 or something like that, Pontiac Grand Prix. So they're about 2.5 inches longer than stock shocks. I do see that they don't have the bracket to mount the brake line or the ABS cable, so I'll have to modify that a bit, see how we make that work. And then for the as far as coils, I don't have them with me right now, but I think I'm just gonna use the coils from pardon me, not a Toyota, a Suzuki XL7. That's the slightly larger model than the one I have. I have a Grand Vitara. The XL7 is a little bigger and heavier, therefore I think they use I'm not sure if they're longer coils, but apparently they provide a little bit of lift. And also I'll throw a 1-inch spacer there just to compensate, and hopefully that will bring me to about the same ride height as the back. And yeah, these are, I got these bad boys on sale for about $30 a piece, so not a bad deal at all. That's it for suspension parts. Let's get this bad boy lifted up and start swapping out some of these parts. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, I finally have the coils out. This is what I had for spacer lift. It's not even 1 inch, I would say closer to 3/4. So again, we'll swap this one out for a full 2-inch coil spacer. And then here's the strut. I'm just comparing heights. Now this one I got, it's probably closer to 4 inches taller, but I think it will still work. It will give me a little more flex, but that's going to be limited by the sway bar, so I don't wreck my CB axles by the control arms dropping way lower than they're supposed to, or they're signed to. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna swap this onto this one and we'll put it back together, see how it fits. Okay, so I'm installing the strut now, but I'm running into a little bit of an issue. This hole for the upper bolt of the knuckle doesn't quite line up. It's off by maybe like 1/8 of an inch. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just oversize this hole a little bit. I'm gonna do the top one because that's also gonna allow me to adjust camber for alignment. So yeah, I'm just gonna oversize the hole a little bit here, and that should be good on both sides. As you can see, I also have the spacers inserted, and yeah, I'm just gotta do this and I should be able to put it all back together. So it is mostly assembled now. All I have left is the tie rod here and the sway bar down here, but the link on that sway bar I had to cut it because it was super corroded, so I'm gonna need new links for that sway bar. And then I have these again, like I said, didn't have the brackets for this, but to me it seems like nothing that a good old zip tie can't fix. So I think I'm just gonna mount it like this for now. It should be good. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's allowing it to turn freely. Nothing on the way. Same thing with the ABS cable. That one I don't know. I might just get rid of this bracket and just zip tie over here. Keep it out of the way, so when it turns it doesn't grab the tire or anything. Yeah, other than that, it's all back together. I'm just gonna move over to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, we got it all done, at least the front. It's all back together. I have the brake line and ABS cable out of the way. Just zip tied for now. Everything looks good. Let's take a look at the other side. There it goes. Same thing on the other side. Now I removed the sway bar just because the links had to be cut out and the bushings were all shot, so I'll have to put that back together some other time. And as far as the front goes, all I'm missing here is the differential drop-in bracket, which I have to order from some local company called Suki Nation in Kelowna, BC. Yeah, I have to get that in order to restore the angle of those CV axles. It's way too steep right now, but once I install that, I should be able to just run the truck without issues. Okay, now that we got the front done, I'm just gonna put the wheels back on and move to the back. Okay, I have the rear and jack stands now. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do here. So the rear is a lot easier than the front. All I gotta do is remove the rear shock, and I think I should be able to drop the axle low enough so I can pull the stock spring out, put the new one in, replace the shock, and we'll be good to go, I think. So let's get going. Okay, so here's the stock coil compared to the aftermarket one. Yeah, roughly about 2.5 to 3 inches longer. Let's see how it fits. Should be okay. Now to do that, I'm gonna have to stretch really long this brake line, or this e-brake cable. So let me undo it from in there. Looks like a 12mm socket or something, and that should be able to let me stretch it long enough so I can drop this and throw that coil in there. Okay, I got the longer coils in. It was a little bit of a tight fit, but they're in. All I gotta do is put the extended shock absorber back on, and we'll move to the other side. was it for today's video. I think the lift kit turned out really great. In the next video we're gonna be doing a body lift and the bigger tires, so stick around for that. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We're gonna be uploading a lot more content about this truck that I just purchased. I think it's gonna turn out pretty great. I got a lot of things going on my mind of things that I want to do to it. So yeah, just consider subscribing if you haven't done it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked today's video, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.